And we are live. Well, okay, give me a second. And we are live. Okay. Hey, for whatever reason, vtubers Mini has this annoying habit of going to the wrong microphone device. But anyways, in case anyone has only been paying attention to the streams and has been following my Twitter, where is it? You may notice that I have one badge here that I haven't earned on stream. Long story short, I found out the hard way that Chuck, the gym leader of Cyanwood, is not a traditional gym leader. Or in the sense that he doesn't have a gym. Like, I thought I'd speak to him and like set up and like he'd go to his gym, but then it turned out you actually fought him where you spoke with him. It was on one of the islands. But yeah. Also, I did capture a few legendaries off screen, but those were wandering ones, and if I had captured them on screen, they probably would have taken up time. But let's do this reference to Donkey Kong Country, the animated series, that is not the games. Well, technically both, since the animated series is based on the games, but I don't think there's like a banana they ever say those exact lines in the games. Then again, I've never played them, so I would not be surprised at all if I'm wrong. Let's see here. Oh, right. I thought I was confusing that with some other move, I think. Wait, why did that one go... Why did that one become an unlockable fighting game character? Well, that... I'm going in this area first because, if I'm not mistaken, you can get Deoxys here. And also, as previously mentioned, and you can get into getting the 30 bananas. Yeah, I have no idea why the game does that. I think I might have to wait a little before I can get it. Okay. So one of them is south of Fuchsia, and the other is east of Goldenrod. So that means I have to do some surfing. Let's do the one in Kanta. I think what I'll do is I'll alternate between being legendary and badge for this stream. You know, that does make me wonder why it is that you never just gain the ability to just swim. Like, you could have it be that you need either one of the badges to get swimming lessons. I'm gonna guess I need to go into the underwater section. Oh? I mean, I can understand why, like, they don't have, like... Actually, now that I think about it, that does make me wonder if they've, like, ever considered, like, basically pulling allowing you to do that one scene from the Simpsons movie with an electric type. Namely, you know, the Bug Zapper fishing scene. That would certainly be an interesting way of producing encounters. Probably a bit too traumatizing for a game that's aimed at kids, though. I should probably figure out how to avoid... Wait, how to stop my keyboard sound from showing up on stream. Wait. Just having a... Wait, that's... Oh yeah, that's not a shiny. Are these supposed to be, like, placeholders for something, or... Oh, wait. So much for that theory. Don't mind me just getting the wiki up. Okay, so it's Route 19. Let's actually do the one in Goldenrod first. It said east. Oops, almost let... This one is not completing. Okay, so it is somewhere around Route 20 that I need to dive. Goryu actually looks pretty cool. This must be it. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a bug or not, but... Either way, basically free money. I'm not going to complain. If only there was a way to, like, increase the speed you swam at. Like, you know those, like, underwater, or, like, things you can just, like, grab onto and they'll propel you? Oh? always wondered, like, how many old ships there are just waiting to be discovered. That would be fun to do, like... It's one of the things I'll put on my bucket list of would be great if I could do, but not necessary. Okay, so... we're going to go back. Very odd choice to who's Salamand's with. You know, that also reminds me. It's never really... I don't think they ever actually explain where the starters are caught. Like, it would actually be fun on, like, if in, like, a future game they had one... had, like, a section... like an exclave of the Kanto region. If you don't know what that means, basically it's when a country, when a part of another country is like trapped inside, of one country is trapped inside another. Like, if you want an example, look at Königsberg. And since I'm already this far out, I might as well go to the berry forest. So this is supposed to be like a replacement for like that one, unlike Quest in Fire Red and Leaf Green, where you fought like a Hypno. I'll just drop another repel after this battle. That would actually be kind of funny if, like, scripted segments could be prevented if you just drop a repel. Like, oh. I thought it would just be a Ditto, but I completely forgot about Zoroark. I'ma catch you. I'm getting like, I'm looking at like the wiki, and it's the fandom wiki, and some, you know how sometimes they like have the autoplay video that like autoplays? For this one, they're showing like, I'm not sure if it was supposed to be like the honest trailer. Or whatnot, but... Oh hey, TM. Wait, are they just gonna like leave this camper? Like... But as I was saying, like... I'm honestly not sure if I would like that game or not, because, well... I've heard so many mixed opinions. Oh hey, I can finally get past those Corsola on those islands. I'm not counting that that is capturing a legendary, if you couldn't tell, obviously. You know, if I was to choose like one thing from one of the games that I would want to make its way into the canon, my first choice would easily be... Yeah, like, if you can't tell, like, Chuck was, like, sitting right here, and I spoke to him. Would have thought something that it would have been something that scientist guy from Black 2 and White 2 would have been involved in to scare off the courses, I mean. I think he is in this game, but still. Feels odd that TM is like so late in the game. Like normally it's pretty early. It countered pretty early on. If you can't like outright buy it. I do have to wonder if there's like anyone who decided to use a rain dance team only for, like, the Pokemon they want to have rain use rain dance to basically require a TM to use it. Just so it doesn't bother me that I don't have one. Ah, this is where Jasmine is. Whoa. I was genuinely not expecting to see Latios. I should probably reteach have Electro relearn Thunder Wave. If only because that way I'd probably be able to capture Latios and Latios. Like, I've always had have more of a connection to Latios. One of the best... one of the best Pokemon movies, in my opinion, Pokemon Heroes, has Latios and Latios. The funny thing is, it's actually a JoJo movie, if I'm not mistaken. Like, in fact, yeah, like, originally did like this 30-day challenge called the Pokemon Challenge, I said that the fourth movie was my favorite because it had Celebi, but if I was to redo that now, I'd probably say Heroes was my favorite because it was just a very well-made movie. It also probably helps that... Also, from what I understand, the fourth movie it does take a lot of cues from Mononoke, which I have not seen yet. I will get around to it. You have my promise that I will watch it before I turn 29. In fact, you know what? That's going to be the first thing I watch to break in my new place. Wait. What just happened? I'm pretty sure he doesn't want that. Like, in the sense, like, he's indifferent. Ooh, I just thought of an idea. Like an encounter ball, where the more times you've encountered a Pokemon, not necessarily caught it, the stronger it is. Would certainly be useful for, or like, the legendaries. These that wander around. Honestly, that isn't a half bad fusion. I should probably switch out the Pokeballs in my team for Rocket Balls, simply because, well, they look cooler, and I have the option to do that. If only there was, like, dummy Pokeballs you could buy just for that purpose. Honestly, that's actually not a half bad fusion. I'm actually now curious what the other fusions between Evolutions and Jinx look like. I mean, Sneasel, Weavile, and Glaceon actually, and Jinx actually looks really cool. I've always wondered, or like, suppose that they introduce the ability for, like, NPCs to react to specific Pokemon if you've used them enough. Like, that would actually be a pretty cool feature. Obviously, you couldn't have it, like, with a dynamic reaction, like, they'd need to have pre-recorded. Oh! Trying to remember if Thunder Wave is... Ah. Wow, my entire team can learn this move. Wild Charge has a TM, so I'll replace it with... that. Hey. Nothing really has happened. I basically set at the conditions up for finding Deoxys, as in, like, I can go to the island. I also basically started on the trail of Genesect, and I got to the last island, but after I catch this Incline, I think I'll go challenge Jasmine. You know one thing I think would be fun if Pokemon added, like... It, like, basically, like... a type multiplier, or in addition to a type weakness is or a type strength. Like it wouldn't like take additional. Be like for example, let's take Skarmory. Currently, Skarmory takes 2x damage. However, I kind of feel that because like it's flying and steel, it should take like 3x. Like basically, because like a metal conducts electricity. Well, I'm pretty sure most metals do. Most metals conduct electricity, like lead, tungsten, bismuth, stainless steel, and titanium. Well, I guess, yeah, chromium, but I always thought how? Okay, yeah. I was under the impression titanium was like an element made from iron. And turns out it's actually something different, or at least not pure iron. Yeah, this is basically the equivalent to the Rocket Lab from the original Fire Red and Fire Red and Leaf Green. I almost said the original Fire Red and Leaf Green, which would be kind of redundant since those were remakes. Oh, wow. The good news is that since I did paralyze Latios, any future encounter will have it paralyzed. And unlike, say, Sleep, or Frozen, where it wouldn't be able to flee, but it would, like, stay permanent. Permanent. Where was I? Oh yeah, like, as I was saying, because the condition is... Because, like, paralyzed does not go away in battle, you need to either faint or have a Pokemon on get healed. It'll stay that way. So, one thing that came to my mind recently, because of another video I was watching, was how do I handle reaction videos? Not like how do I do them? I know that very well, but rather like uploads of them. Like, I've mentioned Xanderhall before, and it was one of his videos that prompted me to do this. Basically, what happened was there's this channel called EGP Gray. It has no connection to the VTubers that the animator Gray Studio made using character Gray scaling, not Gray Studio. Oh, before you ask, as far as I know, I mean, the people behind those might very well be fans of CGP Project Gray. way. But the thing is, he's been going on false copyright strikes, mind you, not claims. Strikes are the ones you really do not want on your channel, from what I understand. Like, though, if you get it, claims just redirect who gets the money, and Xander Hall said that he was fine with that. Like, hell, he brought up an example of the channel Knowing Better, who actually did a very good job of handling the situation. Like, Knowing Better basically said, he asked him, hey, I'm not a fan of, like, reactions. Could you take down the video? Oh, and Xander Hall was like, sure, since you asked politely. I mean, but Knowing Better did say, if you give me a heads up next time, I'll swing by so I can, like, comment on your commentary. And that got me wondering how I should handle, like reactions to prevent a hypothetical scenario from this, like this from happening. I think what I might do is basically, like, if I do a reaction, and assuming, like, it's not part of another stream, I'll private the video, edit the parts where I'm not talking out, and then re-upload the edited version. Fire, water. I mean, they are doing the top secret lab right, like, middle of nowhere, meaning that as long as say, someone undoesn't and, like, decide to sail, like, a cruise ship here through or something, any mistakes will be self-contained. Lab isn't particularly flashy. Yeah, I'd say that you're at least... It's better than the one in Paranoia. Admittedly, Pokemon on Super Weapon is a lot less dangerous to humans than Super Soldier program that turns into zombies, but still... So, there was something very weird that was trending on, like... Oh, wait, that's why I couldn't move. That was trending on Twitter. Frozen 3. Now, it's not because... I'm trying to remember if Frozen 2 is even out yet. I don't think it was. Oh, it did come out, actually. Before the pandemic, actually. And there is a Frozen 3 in the works, but the thing is, that's not the reason why it was trending. See, Ben Shapiro, this political commentator, tried to do a rant on how Disney was, like, trying to brainwash people. But the thing is, he said Frozen 4, which I would not be surprised if Disney is considering. Frozen is very popular, but it hasn't even been announced yet. So I made a joke about how Valve is secretly working on Frozen and 4. But that's the sort of thing where I have to wonder, can't you just Google that sort of thing? Like, there are so many cases in various, in not just political commentary, but also, like, song lyrics, where a simple Google search would answer that question. And, like, there was, like, this song by, like, either Little Yachty or Little Uzi Vert, where he talked about blowing in a cello. Oh, and on the website Rap Genius, which I have done some edits for, he clarified that he mistook He thought that the cello was the instrument Squidward plays. If you don't remember off the top of your head, that's actually Squidward plays a clarinet. And here we have Genesect. Yeah, I mean, if he had said Frozen 5, I could maybe think, okay, he might have I could at least understand since Toy Story is getting a 5th movie. Maybe he was thinking of Toy Story, although... Wait a second. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't entirely be surprised if he got Frozen and Toy Story mixed up. Since there was a 4th Toy Story movie, although it was pretty... It's like Frozen 2, it is pre-pandemic. You know, that does remind me how I've always found it odd that, like, Disney took so long to get to a sequel to The Incredibles. Still have yet to watch that, by the way, but the thing is, The Incredibles was pretty well received. Like, I wouldn't say, like, it was the best movie of Pixar put out in the 2000s, but it would be, like, a strong second-place contender. Actually, wait a second. Oh yeah, I keep on thinking that Toy Story 2 was like something from the year 2000. And turns out it was very close. But yeah, like, everyone basically was dragging him. Like, it's one of those cases where just making a small mistake derailed the entire point he was trying to make. Admittedly, he's not at the worst. He did at least, he's like, say, okay, I messed up. So he at least took his mistake and stride. And that's certainly, and it's certainly not the worst like case of people I've seen laughing at a political commentator as of late. I'm trying to figure out if I would call it an honor or not. I'm gonna need to get that distinction would actually go to Milo Yiannopoulos. You might remember his name from quite a while ago. Well, he actually got into a debate with the streamer Destiny, and, well, it's one of those things where you have to wonder, was he even trying? Because I want you to imagine you were, like, in a debate with someone, regardless of how skilled they were. You would probably at least show up, like wearing some, like, decently looking clothing. Maybe not casual, fully formal, like, you might, I'd at least, like, wear, like, regular casual, like, shirt, jeans, etc. Unless it was, at least in the context of the debate, oh hey, I caught Genesect. Fire Ghost is such a useful combination. But yeah, the thing is, one thing I'm pretty sure you would not think to do is show up, like, under the influence of something. Milo showed up drunk. Like, it's quite clear that you have to wonder, did he... There's, like, two things I wonder. I'm wondering if he either A, didn't think Destiny would be that much of a challenge. Basically, he underestimated him. Keep in mind, Destiny is the guy who really, like, who basically is agreed to have won the debate with JonTron, and I'm pretty sure that, like, most people would say, hey, yeah, Destiny's not someone you should take lightly. Like, there's a clip where, like Destiny actually tricked Aiden Ross into thinking that Hitler not only wrote a second version of Mein Kampf, as in, like, but Hitler also stated that OnlyFans would be the second Holocaust. But the thing is, like Destiny, he basically is like, Milo immediately started out by attacking Destiny's wife and son. Destiny is married, if you don't know. He is in an open marriage, but from what I understand, there is a significant difference between, like, open marriage and cuckoldry. You're not gonna see me, like, do, like, an open marriage simply because, like, I've read so many horror stories where, like, like, the person in who proposed, it ultimately has it backfire on them. But the thing is like, what Destiny basically ended up humiliating Milo because he brought up the story that got Milo originally canceled. If you don't know, Milo was originally, like, a big like, conservative journalist. I'm actually not sure if conservative would be the right word, because, like, he was so far to the right that, like, the standard Republican looks like a mainstream Democrat by comparison. I am going to need to get up and get a drink of water. I will be right back. There, I'm not, like, fully hydrated, but this will at least last me for the rest of the stream, unless, of course. But, like, it was so bad that Destiny explicitly stated he would never debate Milo again. And wanna know the funny thing? Destiny was at a debate panel, and someone very unique crashed the panel. Take a guess who. It's not Milo, I'll tell you that much. And Destiny's fans actually thought it was an improvement over the debate with Milo. Oh, hey, one of the two gym leaders I consider tied for the title of Best Girl in Gold and Silver. The other was Whitney. Admittedly, that last one is because I was actually friends with, like, a page admin back when with that name. She was actually pretty fun to talk to. I'm still friends with her on my alt account. Yeah, like, this is similar to how I ended up fighting Chuck off screen. If I had to guess, her Pokemon will probably be the same level as Chuck. The real question... Oh, wow. Again? But yeah, in case you couldn't figure it out, the panel Destiny was at was crashed by Alex Jones. And while I haven't seen it in full, Jones from what the comments said, was actually quite competent in comparison to Milo. Like, he showed up sober. He was wearing stuff that he normally wears, whereas Milo felt like he was just trying to flaunt his wealth. And he did actually catch Destiny's gotcha questions and answer them properly, which is more than I can say about someone else, which I'll only go up into if someone else wants me to. It has to do with Twitter, but I won't talk about it now. Oh. Trying to figure out who I want to be my opening Pokemon against Jasmine. Like, I have two choices that would be viable. I guess I could use Rock simply because he's underleveled. I've always found it odd that they don't like have this like setting, that they don't like have this setup for like the gyms in the games. Like, you know, fun story about Jasmine. I may have mentioned this before, but there's actually a pretty strong theory about why your team in Gold and Silver, as well as the team you first fight her with, she fights you with the first time in the remakes, as the composition in it does. Namely, it's because it's not to protect her against... It's mainly to protect her against, like, water types. Since if you... And there were, like, 3 new steel types, if I... Wait. 4 new steel types. Yeah, 4. Introduced in Gen 2. And 2 Pokemon got steel type. Those the new ones were Steelix, Skarmory, Caesar, and trying to... Fortress, yeah, that's the 4th one. And the Pokemon that got steel typing was Magnemite and Magneton. So logically, you'd expect her to use some combination of those Pokemon, right? But the thing is, she uses 2 Magnemites and a Steelix. Which is kind of curious. But it makes sense when you realize that it's much harder to get a fire type by that point in the game than it is to get a water type. Like, I'm pretty sure you can count the number of times you would have been able to get a fire type by that point on one hand, whereas you can just literally fish a water type up if you need one to challenge her. It makes more sense if you think that those Magnemites are designed to protect her against... like a water type. Now, what do I want? Then actually providing her protection against like a fire type. Admittedly, it still doesn't protect her from rock types, which in Gen 2 would have probably been one of the first additions as a player added to their team, since, well, they were the most viable option against Falkner, and also still viable against Bugsy. Okay, so it does look like they increase a bit. Although, now that I think about it, I do remember... Huh. I wasn't expecting, like, a TM, but I do find it odd she didn't give me any Wonder Trade tickets. But yeah, Jasmine is a total cutie. I think the next major step in my streams is like getting the chat displayed on stream. Like, I'm assuming that like it's not like shown on like on the screen. Like, you can obviously see it on the sidebar, but like, is that correct? Latias and Latios will remain around the yeah, like, exactly like that. But anyways, it's like, I think that's gonna be like one of my next major challenges for figuring out. I might actually like send it to like my brother or something, so like he could chat, or hell, I could just like use my phone and pose as like one of my as like a second account or something. And then I could, like, pretend to argue to myself, just to confuse anyone who watches the VOD. That would be funny. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do next. Like, the thing is, I mentioned this, but I caught the Raikou Suicune fusion we encountered off-screen. And since I already captured the birds on screen, like, I'm only one Pokemon away from being able to get the Azure Flute. So I'm deciding, do I want to go after Entei, or do I want to challenge, like, one of the other gyms? Let's go after Entei. I know he's on Victory Road. He's in Victory... Well, actually, let me double check. Second floor of Victory Road. And pay. It will not immediately begin fleeing. So, yeah, I'm actually quite confident in this. This one. I wish that they'd show, like, the floor name. I'm trying to figure out if I'm on the second floor or if the floor I was on was like the ground floor. Okay, I think that might have actually been... I definitely have not been in this way, so that means I'm likely going to encounter Entei here. I forgot that I had... I'm so used to Electra being in front that I forgot that I'd actually put Rock up front first. That's actually a pretty good sprite. Looks like you know how there's that like theory that like the 3 Kanto evolutions wound up becoming the legendary dogs? Like, I actually think that theory is probably like the canon explanation for like... And I was right, we do encounter Entei here. Well, at least I know where it was. Like, honestly, I'd rather... If I wasn't, like, restricting my... We are not going to have a repeat of last time. I accidentally wiped all my progress. Let's see here. I could poison Entei and just turtle it out. I might just do that. But first I will try a quick ball since... You know what idea I think would be a great addition to the Pokemon games? An encounter ball. This would be different from a repeat ball because it would gain power based on how many times you'd encountered a Pokemon. I might just do this one off screen. Like, I'll do it. We'll try it one more time, and if I fail, I do not want to have to use the Master Ball for this one. I remember. Oh, I do a false swipe. It would have been very annoying if I didn't. But this is actually going to make capture possible. Do I go for a third one? Nice. You know, Entei reminds me of like how like I kind of unintentionally assume like some Pokemon, some like legendaries are supposed to be like a certain gender. Like Reshiram and Zekrom, for example, like Reshiram is more like feminine and Zekrom is more like masculine, so I've kind of assumed that like the former was female and the latter was male. Let's see what else I need to hook up on. I say this because, like, Suicune's a very effeminate Pokemon, as you can probably tell, but I've always found myself wondering if like, Raikou or Entei is supposed to be, like, the male of the trio. I've already completed the quest that you need an old boot for. Let's see here. That's odd. Regigigas in this game, but the regular Regis aren't. Can't get it anyway since I need... I'm in this area because as Mew apparently appears if you have, like, high enough karma. Let's see here. One thing I remember in, like, the original Diamond and Pearl and maybe Platinum was that there was, like, a book that talked about how Pokemon actually used to live with humans as if they were man and wife. I do have to wonder what caused that to fall out of favor in the universe. They removed that in the remakes. It's up to you to decide if that's a good thing, but still, like, what caused that to, like, be... Us humanity as a whole in the Pokemon game decide, yeah, we shouldn't do that. And I'm guessing it would be more like the humanoid Pokemon. Like, I don't think there was anyone who actually tried to like, see how compatible Vaporeon was and humans were. Up. Overworld encounter. Oh. might as well catch this. Like, Torterra has, like, some really cool fusions since they all incorporate the terrain in related to the other fused Pokemon. You know, that reminds me of something I read in... I'm trying to remember if it was a strategy guide or one of the instruction manuals, but it talked about how, like, if you use, like, a Pokeball that's, like, too disproportionate in terms of power to the Pokemon you were trying to catch, it would act and work. Piplup. I wonder how much truth there actually was to that. Since, I mean, there are magazines that actually recommended using a Master Ball on a Fearow. Oh, Trico. I'm guessing that basically... Huh, that actually has a decent catch rate. As you can see, the Gender Ball switches a Pokemon's gender. Wait a second. Jasmine's badge was in the last slot, so that might very well mean that the other gym leaders might very well be in the below the range of, like, her and the first gym. Am I thought in the Johto region? In the middle, I mean, not below. So I don't think I'll have to worry about, like, my Pokemon being under-leveled. Unless, of course, like, there's a jump in difficulty. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh well, I already have a Chimchar, so I can... But I should remove the Rocky helmet. I will probably need to make a run to Celadon for quick and timer balls after this. I think after this, it's like I'll try and check one more thing, and then I'll go and do something else, because the thing is, my headphones are kind of running low on battery. And this isn't exactly something you can do easily without, like, the sound. Pity there isn't, like, an option to just tell the game, use a repel for me, please. If only the trigger would leave when you were going through from Viridian City to the Torchic. I'll capture one with a quick ball, hopefully. So, in news related to Twitch, they handed out another ban to a big streamer, but fortunately it's not a VTuber, or for that matter, a non-VTuber I like. It's to the streamer Kai Cenat, who wasn't like some, like, nobody no one watched. Like, he was pretty big. He'd actually won, like, some award at, like, the Streamies or something. And it makes me wonder why Twitch doesn't just, like, publicly reveal why they ban streamers. Like, I can understand not going into specifics, but at least, like, say a general thing. Like, the thing is, with Aiden Ross, like, remember when he got banned? Like, he'd been banned so many times before that, like, people were wondering, oh, what finally did him in? But we never really found out. You know what? There is something in the sewers that I never got, so that I can get now, since I guess I'll get that TM off screen somehow. But yeah, as I was saying, when Aiden Ross got banned, people were wondering, was it because of what he streamed on Kick? But apparently, it was because, like, his chat was, like, spamming slurs and hate symbols. Which I do have to find odd that, like, oddly suspicious timing. Like, I don't think this was something his chat was new with. But, like, it actually, I bring this up because, like, I found myself caring since, as you probably know, Snuffy was banned for a day, like, last week. Like, when it comes to, like hate speech and whatnot, I'd say that Twitch is at least kind of consistent, but, like, sexual stuff, on the other hand, I've never heard them allow, like, someone to stream straight up porn, but it just feels odd that they decided it's Snuffy needed to be banned over for her new model, but there's so many hot tub streamers. Like, if they didn't ban anyone for having too lewd of a model, I actually wouldn't have a problem, but just be consistent is all I'm asking. Which gym do I want to take on next? Actually, you know what? Let's get the Azure Flute first. As you can see, I wonder if I was like to give a Pokemon to like switch a Pokemon's Pokeball out using for the gender ball, would that change their gender? It was either this town or the next one that had you seen in it. It always feels odd playing, going back to like, going to a route that has higher level Pokemon in a different game than, and like the vanilla version. I do find it odd he needs me to... I'm torn if I want to use the Master Ball on Mewtwo or Arceus. If Mew 3 was in this game, I'd actually probably use it on that. Ah, that's where... You can actually, there actually are some triple fusions aside from the multi. A Zapdos Articuno one I fought. But yeah, we need to go to Mr. Pokemon next. Okay, so I need to go north of Blackthorn City. So you know what? That'll be the next gym I tackle. Trying to remember if I already did the quest at this place or not. Ooh. Huh. Huh. Looks like they changed that. According to the wiki, I was supposed to get a Gibble from that. Oh well. Well, that is a strange glitch. Fortunately, leaving resets it. But yeah, 3 E-badges and some legendaries. That's going to be a very accomplishable goal. I mentioned I wanted to do a Gardevoir fusion, so I will... Looks like my hypothesis about, like, Jasmine being the peak of trainers that I'll encounter was correct, since I'm pretty sure that if I was supposed to encounter higher level ones, this guy would have Pokemon in the early 60s at the very least. Feels good knowing that I won't have to, like, do an insane amount of grinding off stream. Wow, I got them all in one go. Baytini sounds like the name of some alcoholic drink that uses bay leaves as a flavoring. Probably gonna go back to the Pokemon Center. Of all the Pokemon you could choose to combine with Dragonite, you choose Metapod. Like, at least go with Butterfree. Honestly, it looks kind of depressed. Like, really, I have to go out. I have to die. Fortunately, I don't think it'll reset if I go back to the Pokemon Center. Even if it does, I already beat the trainers, so it does not, fortunately. I've always wondered how Claire would compare against Drake or Drasna. How would Infinite Fusion handle Mega Evolution now that I think about it? Discharge should have been a one-hit KO against that. Okay, it wasn't. I've always wondered what, like, a fighting type equivalent of... What the hell? What a fighting type equivalent of, like, Hyper Beam would look like. I'm gonna pull up the... Dragon Flying. could try and outlast. Gyrodactyl. Or maybe not. If you're gonna... I know. Got it. Bug and fire. Getter would be the best choice. Something tells me that there's a that she doesn't have a, like, cry? But again, I did give her, she did give me a pretty close battle, so maybe that wasn't what was satisfying to her. I'm guessing either Lugia or Zekrom. Oh, female Gibble. Let's hope that did not reset at my karma, because it is going to be very annoying if it did. That was weird. In case you're curious where those boots came from, that's what you get for completing the Bellsprout Tower. Terrifying. Ooh. Let's explore what was in the other side first. Oh. Free Mamoswine. Trying to remember if confusion affects the odds for capturing a Pokemon. I'll see what level Arceus is. Then I'll challenge it. I am not going to go for a shiny Arceus. I don't even know if it's like shiny locked or not. Actually, let me double check what the legendaries are. If I was to go for something higher, save it for something higher level, Hiram and Zekrom, Kyurem, Deoxys, and let me see, and Rayquaza are all higher level. Should I use it on this one, or should I save it for one of them? You know what, I'll save it for one of them. I could knock its health down with a stronger move. But I'd much rather. But if I use Goose False Swipe, not only does that guarantee I will not knock it out by accident, but it also means. Nice. You know what? I think I will use it on the Reshiram Zekrom fusion that apparently is in this game. Huh. Let's do Violet City for our third gym. Yeah, I'm guessing that Jasmine was the strongest. And this is... That is one weird-looking bird. my headphones should be good. I don't want to use all discharges on in the lead up. Seems odd to use detect just for the sake of Tailwind to use, just to use it for detect. Right. I've always feels odd that they chose to have Kurt be the gym leader in Azalea, but oh wow, this is actually going to be easier than Claire. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to use something. Fortunately, Mega Man will take care of this. Such a useful HM move. I've always wondered if they had like let gym leaders use legendaries, what would each one have? This is much better than Crunch. Ah. Just thought it was Flying Brat instead of Brand. Yep, only 2 more badges left to go. Mahogany and Air to Creek. This is such nostalgic music. Let's go to get Deoxys. I think this is supposed to be like an homage to how you originally caught Deoxys in the game. Ooh. Let's try an Ultra Ball. Yep, I'm false swiping this. I'm not sure what I want to fuse Deoxys with, if anything. I definitely know I want to fuse Gardevoir with Giratina, since that creates an Angel. What legendary should I go for next? I'm actually going to do something that might seem odd and go to the rock tunnel, but I need to eat a bunch of rock types. Two rock types and 2 steel types and 2 ice types. The one time I actually want Geodudes and it doesn't give me them. Could have sworn I had captured Geodude, but oh well. I wish this game would just let you select the last Pokemon you wanted to use. The last item you'd used. I need either a Geodude... you know what, I'll just go for... Figure's the one time I actually want Geodudes and they're nowhere to be found. Ooh. You know what? I can just use a splicer to unfuse them, so I will catch you. Should have had that revelation earlier, but... In case you were curious why I wanted to Geodude, it's because of the requirements to fuse and you need to get Regigigas, which I'll probably do in the final stream tomorrow. I'm gonna guess that those plates are gonna show up because I caught Arceus. This isn't going to be one of the ice types that I need, but Weavile has some pretty damn cool fusions. Oh well. I do have to wonder, like, how much work would they have to do if they included the unique cries for the fusions? Feels good to get a one-turn KO. Might as well get the Lake of Rage checked off. Visited. I suspect that Inferno Terra is ground fighting. And I was right. She did the Sinnoh region proud. Yep, it's time we get a shiny. Or maybe not. Either way... Okay, I can teleport to the Lake of Rage. Let's end this by going... Let's end this by finding Mr. Pokemon and showing him Arceus, shall we? Hold on a second. I don't think I need to explain who we're about to encounter. Probably the best champion in... That's right, Cynthia. In fact... I could have sworn that at one point she was, like, listed as the mother of, like, one of Ash's companions in Pokemon I Choose You. And I was gonna say, like, best MILF, but unfortunately that's not the case. This reminds me of the symbols of the secret ending from Space Exploration, which involves, like, symbols. I'll probably do like a series on that game with, like, some other VTubers one day. Or hell, if I get big enough, I might just do, like, fan multiplayer for a week. Maybe figure out some Twitch Plays Pokemon-esque way to set up a display. I think Arceus gained some power from the last time I used him. So much for that theory. Thought if I just, like, went back and forth, I'd eventually find it. Okay, so we have 2 badges and a few legendaries left. I'm gonna do the prep stuff for the remaining legendaries, which are... Mewtwo, Mew, Darkrai, Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre. Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem, and Latias and Latios, but I said I'd capture those 2 off screen since they're wandering. So I'm gonna call it a stream here. I'm Andreas Rebel, and I will see you next assignment.